Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome. Just want to make sure that I tag a few persons. Welcome as usual. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, like and share. Invite your friends, your families, neighbors, Facebook friends, everybody. Tell them to come on in. Welcome, welcome everybody. Yet today is the 19th of July, Sunday the 19th of July. I want to make sure that I tag a few persons. Don't want to get in trouble. Hey Sandra, welcome girl. Thank you for joining my live. I think I need your help in another month or so. Well, in a couple of days to accomplish a goal. Welcome, welcome. Remember to like and share, guys. Share to your friends and your family. So I want to get started today. Again, thank you for taking the time out on this and every Sunday for listening to me. Hi, Carlington. Welcome. Thank you, my batchmate. Tell the other batchmate them to jump on. As usual, hi, Janet. Welcome. Thank you. I want to start out today with a book that I started a couple years ago. I started reading this book. I own this book for over 20 years, and I've started and stopped, and I've decided to recommit myself, just as how I'm encouraging you guys to commit yourself in terms of your financial planning. There are other aspects of our lives that we may want to pay some attention to. Of course, this book says it's a #1 national bestseller, over 10 million sold. I guess by that time it would be more because I have it for over 20 years. And it is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Powerful Lessons in Personal Change. Stephen R. Covey. I think he had written other books since, but I was going through this chapter that speaks about proactivity. And I'm just going to read just a little part that I thought more or less would help us this afternoon in terms of how, we move forward. And it says, in discovering the basic principle of the nature of man, Frank described an accurate self-map from which he began to develop the first and most basic habit of a highly effective person in any environment, the habit of proactivity. While the word proactivity is now fairly common in management literature, it is a word you won't find in most dictionaries. It means more than merely taking an initiative. It means that as human beings, we are responsible for our own lives. Our behavior is a function of our decisions, not our conditions. We can subordinate feelings to values. We have the initiative and the responsibility to make things happen. Look at the word responsibility. Break it down into 2. Response - activity. The ability to choose your response. Highly proactive people recognize that responsibility. They do not blame circumstances, conditions, or conditioning their behavior. Their behavior is a product of their own conscious choice based on values rather than a product of their condition based on feelings. Because we are by nature proactive. If our lives are a function of condition and conditions, it is because we have by conscious decision or by default chosen to empower those things that control us. In making such a choice, we become reactive. Reactive people are often affected by their physical environment. If the weather is good, they feel good. If it isn't, it affects their attitude and their performance. Proactive people can carry their own weather with them. Whether it rains or shine makes no difference to them. They're value driven, and their value is to produce good quality work. It isn't a function of whether the weather is conducive to it or not. Reactive people are also affected by their social environment, by the social weather. Whether people treat them well, they feel well. Whether don't, they become defensive or protective. Reactive people build their emotional lives around the behavior of others, empowering the weaknesses of other people to control them. The ability to subordinate an impulse to a value is the essence of the proactive person. Reactive people are driven by feelings, by circumstances, by conditions, by their environment. Proactive people are driven by values, carefully thought about, selected, and internalized values. Proactive people are still influenced by external stimuli. We are, whether physical, social, or psychological. But their response to the stimuli, conscious or unconscious, is a value-based choice or response. So that's where I'll stop today. And I was led to read that aspect of the book because of, hi, Bishop, how are you? I am doing great. Thank you for coming. And because of our circumstances, even with COVID-19, we have put our goals and our dreams and on a back shelf somewhere, or we have buried it. And we don't realize that we can innovate and continue to dream and continue to achieve amidst COVID or during COVID or post-COVID or whatever it is. Whatever the circumstances is, we can still achieve once we remain focused and don't let the elements around us direct your decision, your path, your destiny. You're in control of that. And then my next question will be, what difference have you made since I have started these lives in October of 2019? Have you asked for the spreadsheet to start laying out the income and the expenditure to see where it is that you can add a little more, where it is that you see that you can adjust in spending a little less here and there? One person has requested. Where are you in terms of your financial portfolio? Have you created that capital, that insurance policy that is going to create that generational wealth? Have you applied for a critical illness coverage that in the event of diagnosis that you have money, that lump sum to deal with getting well and treatment? Have you started your pension fund? So when it is that you're ready to retire, you have money in place that is going to deal with your basic necessities. Have you started your children's educational fund? They are 10, 13, 12, started high school, about to start high school, about to start colleges, and there is nothing in place. What have you done differently? Yes, persons are losing their job. Yes, this is an uncertainty now. But what are you doing to buffer what is coming next? What have you done differently? So I'm imploring everybody to start. Now, this conversation or this discussion today is triggered by a conversation that I had this morning with a new client. This is totally different from what I had planned today. And I said, let me have this discussion with you. He started out by saying, because his mom raised two children on her own. The father left and went overseas. He doesn't think that she worked enough or educated herself in order to move forward, in order for them to have a better future and to understand money and how money operates. So it could have been passed on to he and his sister, that he's able to do so. He's now 35 and still blaming her for her decisions. Mark you, I empathize with him, but I also pointed out that at 35, you can start to make a difference. Thank God he took out an insurance policy based on the little knowledge that he had. So I was delivering that contract to him today. He had some critical illness, and he also, based on our discussion, has decided to increase what he has, because based on our discussion, it's not adequate. He's not yet married and there's no children, but he's about to purchase a home. And I pointed out that the insurance policy could be used as assignment to that loan. So if it is that he passed on and here comes a significant other, a wife or children, that the policy would be able to pay off that loan instead of leaving a burden on his family. Now, based on that decision, this decision which led to more discussion, we spoke about investment and some cash value that he would like to accumulate quickly. And of course, when you have those discussion with persons as a financial advisor, you're able to guide them where they can put their monies in order to achieve this goal. Hi, Martin. Thank you for coming on. Another batchmate. Thank you, boss. Yes, try to be the boss lady. Oh, guys, that's Martin Matthews. Please get his book. Oh, Lord, I'm having a memory block now, Martin. Can you post the book in the comment section, please? Chronicles of a Black Man. Please post it there where they can get it. And of course, in order to achieve those goals, he's setting things into place now, where if he's diagnosed, if the insurance that we're going to be using as assignment to the loan, and he also spoke about pension. I was enlightened in speaking to him today, and that is what led me to be speaking, because he said there is not enough information out there in terms of people speaking to you, definitely what you can use this insurance policy for, because people are just thinking about when me dead, my family are going to get the money to bury me. There are a lot more. And you can have those discussions here, guys. If you have questions, just inbox me. I'll also leave the email address and my Instagram handle here. Go ahead and watch the YouTube channel, guys. They're there for you to watch these videos over and over and share with your family. This might sound trivial to you, but it came to mind this morning. Look at my brows. Look closely. If Sandra knows me from when I was a child, she was my babysitter. And I've always have thick brows. Thank you, mommy and daddy. And I've had persons who commented on my brows. They're too thick, they're too this, they're too that. And of course, I became conscious of my eyebrows. I had insecurities about it because I thought they were unattractive. And as soon as I became an adult, well, a couple of years after becoming an adult, not even on my wedding day, I didn't do my brows because, of course, I thought it was a sin. And I did my eyebrows a few years later. I think I was about 27 or 28 when I started doing my brows. And I started doing them very thin, like really thin. I can probably post some pictures in the caption for you guys to see how they were. And since COVID, I decided with the quarantine that I want to grow back my brows. I want them to grow to a point where I can start over, not having them as thin. But yes, I'm going to fix them up, but I want them to fill in first before. And I've been looking at different pictures, the Lisa Hannah, the Yendi, the different persons who are wearing, these ladies are wearing their brows, you know. And I'm looking at different styles, how I want it. Of course, if I told the person last week that I was ready because I need to MC a wedding next month, so I need to, you know, fix up the brows. But I don't want them as thin. But mark you, people are asking me, you know, what go on with your face? So what go on with your brows? And I'm remaining focused on the goal that I need to achieve. So I control my life, my thoughts. And I decided that I'm not going to do them as thin. I'm going to hold out. So the process, guys, is going to be hard. It's going to be ugly. And people are going to criticize you and you're going to feel like you want to stop. But it's for you to remain focused. So those dreams and those goals may seem far-fetched now, and the process may be hard, but if you stay the course and stay focused, stay resilient, know what you want, then you can achieve them. I'll also encourage you that the things that you want to achieve, I've done it before, and when it happened, I was amazed. And afterwards, I realized things that you wanted to print them in color and write them on your wall, stick them up. Loans that you would like to pay off, put them on a list and put them on your fridge. And so you pay off, you tick them off, put them on paper that you're able to see them. And when seeing them, you can attack them. List them one by one. That is a process I had to start over from 2018. And I was in debt up to my neck. So this is not something that I'm telling you that I've never experienced. And I had to attack them one by one. Hence, in previous loan, I told you guys, I will never, ever take out another car loan. I will never. There are other ways to achieve getting a car without getting a car loan. Because you know that cars, in terms of the price, it depreciates. Houses are different because the prices of a house appreciate, the value increases. But with a car, you take it off of the lot, the value goes down immediately. And you're paying probably 3 or 4 times the actual cost of the car when you're done paying for a 7 or a 10-year loan. So if you want to learn those things, we can talk. So guys, stay the course. Big up yourself, Blessing Francis. Could you share some of the things it can be used for, sharing it? In terms of the insurance policy, yes, Sandra, create your vision board. Make it plain. And in making it plain, it says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When you can see it, put it, but every time, put it in your bedroom, put it in your office space. So every time you enter that space, you're seeing the vision and you speak the vision and you declare the vision. In terms of the insurance policy, for example, everyone, you can use your life insurance, the cash value on it, as collateral for a loan. So the cash value, not the sum insured. So I encourage all my clients with all the policies that they have to add a savings or an investment element to the policies. And as I said before, it can be used as assignment for a loan. So for example, you are going to be purchasing a home for 20 million. It is by law that the financial institution is going to be asking you to have insurance. Most of the financial institutions sometimes offer insurance with the mortgage, but it decreases when you pay the mortgage. With the life insurance aspect, when you take out the policy with the mortgage, so let's say, for example, you, God forbid, you pass on prematurely, and you had paid off 10 million out of that 20 million. What would happen is that the insurance company would pay the creditors, the financial institution you borrow the money from, the 10 million that is outstanding to them, and the balance 10 million would go to your beneficiary or your beneficiaries. So for example, if you have wife and family and you dead and there is outstanding mortgage, only with NHT, National Housing Trust, that I know that that side of the loan will die with the deceased, and then you have to do the transfer. But with the banks and credit unions, the loan doesn't die with you. So you leave a burden on your family and your children. So if it is that your wife is not working or she's working, but you are the main breadwinner or both balancing, it is going to affect your family. And if it is that they're still attending school, how are they going to continue their basic necessities comfortably, food, shelter, clothing, and education? So when you leave an insurance policy, guys, you create capital for your family. They're able to continue. We can't replace the person that has been deceased, but we can mourn knowing the fact that, and when you pass on, you have that peace of mind to know that you have not left a burden on your family. when it comes to the critical illness coverage, if it is that you're diagnosed with a critical illness, for example, cancer or a heart attack, that policy pays you, the insured that is diagnosed. So if it is that you're again insured for 10 million, then when you're up on diagnosis, you get that insured amount to deal with treatment and getting well. So of course, guys, I want to thank you as usual. I hope I have answered any other question. As usual, thanking you this and every Sunday for coming on to the live. And of course, I want to encourage you to stay focused, stay safe. Remember to observe the protocols, washing hands, sanitizing, social distancing, etc. And of course, you want to make sure that you are boosting the immune system. So those of you who want information as it relates to insurance, critical illness, pension, which is your retirement fund or education fund, I can be contacted at the information listed. I want to thank you all for coming on this and every Sunday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you who need critical illness coverages for your children, we now have a new plan that is issued between ages 3 months and 15 years, which cover 15 critical illnesses. And for those of you who want to think about non-med plans, we have increased our non-med plans up to $10 million, included our critical illness at 8 million. So even if you have, the policies have been increased up to last week. So I want to encourage you guys, there is insurance for everybody. Whatever it is that you can afford, start somewhere, guys. I encourage you, I implore you. As usual, thank you for joining me this and every Sunday. Love you guys. Love you. Love the support. Remember to go on the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so you can be informed when a video is uploaded. Thank you. Guys, this and every Sunday. Again, remember, I'm on next Sunday at 4 p.m. Tell your family and your friends now, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Love you guys. Walk good.